I absolutely love building pedal boards. I think it's so much fun to have an idea about how something can be laid out and something that you can swap around and take bits out, and it's very modular. Now this video is going to be a bit of a mix of different things. I'm going to show you from concept to completion, taking the idea to the final realized product. So I've had some people reach out to me saying that they want to see some reviews of the Origin Effects Bass Rig pedals. The Bass Rig Super Vintage gives you a SVT fridge in your pocket, well, pretty big pockets, but you know what I mean. And the 64 black panel brings you a full Fender Bassman rig on your pedal board. Really wanted to get these on the channel to check out, and so I'm going to be A/B'ing these two later on. But then that gave me the idea of building a full Origin Effects board using the great Kali 76 compressor that I've reviewed before, and also the really great preamp and overdrive, that being the DCX. Now I love pedal boards, like part of the whole process that goes into building them, and I reached out to Warwick because they are doing some really cool things with their rock boards. Most of the products I'm going to be using today have been sent to me for me to put together, but this was all of my own idea. They didn't say, hey, we've got these, you should do this video on them. I very much reached out to these companies and said, I've got this idea, I'd like to build a pedal board and it would be cool to use your products, and that's exactly what they've very kindly allowed me to do. So thank you so much to the companies that provided me with the gear for this video to make it happen for myself and for you at home. So make sure you press like and subscribe for even more content and get even more brands involved moving forward. Let's start things off with this video by heading over to Warwick's website, where we can virtually plan out our entire board and build it using their rock board configurator. So here we have our board. We can go in and select the different sizes. You can go down to a really teeny tiny board all the way up to their biggest board that they do. Look at this absolute behemoth. I've opted to go for the Rockboard 4.1 quad. It's exactly the right kind of size I want and to be really flexible. Now the thing I really like about these pedal boards and what grabbed my attention, it's designed to be modular, so you can put in and take out whatever you want. And there are all sorts of different options. We can have a built-in wireless, we can have a built-in DI with cab sim, we can have MIDI controls, XLR ins and outs. Now for me, I would either want this first one, which is the Mod 1 V2, but honestly, I really like the idea of being able to use this board with any pedals. The Mod 5 with built-in cab sim, we can select to have, I think they've got 2 bass cab sims on there, one of which being an Ampeg 8x10, which, you know, do we need anything else? It also has a headphone out as well. Silent practice, or if you're on the road or want to listen to it, like, this is the perfect thing for that. So you plug into the back of this and you come out of it. So going in with your bass and out to the bass amp, which I think is really great. So let's add that one in there. Now let's go and add some pedals, shall we? I have already gone in and saved a load of the pedals that I have, but you can simply search and their bank of pedals comes up with all sorts of what we need. So let's say we wanted a big muff in there, and then it comes up with all the sorts of big muffs that they've got on the system, and then you can add it and plan your board. Now the only thing I found is that let's add some pedals. So starting things off, I have got the Korg Pitch Black Tuner. I'm just going to put it down here for now. I've added some of my other pedals, but for this one, we're just going to add the ones that we want. Now in the chain, I want the Kali 76 to be next, followed by the DCX, followed by the preamp. Now I want this to be a pretty simple board. That is looking very handsome and high-end already. I love it. We've got the Ashdown Ant. Now if you don't know about this pedal, it's pretty cool. It's basically a 200 watt power amp. The whole idea behind this rig comes from the want to scale things down and be able to run my entire rig from a pedal board. So this will allow me to do that using the preamp and DI out from the bass rig and then this one powering an onstage cab. Now they don't have the black panel in here, they only have the Super Vintage, so I'm also going to add that one in here as well. Go in and add the connections, so I know there's a DI out there. Perfect. Submit. Okay, perfect. Look at that. That's a great looking board as it is, right? I can see everything's going to fit nicely, which is great. I don't love this empty space. Maybe we can get around that a little bit. My biggest problem at the minute is that I can't reach the DIs here. Now, luckily, all of these are top mounted, so that works really well. Maybe if I move it all over here, that'll be fine. I've got room to add more stuff if I want to. Maybe I want to add the Line 6 HX Stomp down here and have like a whole flurry of effects and amps at my fingertips. Can I rotate it? Yes, I can. -5? No. Why is that an option? Okay, you can do it 5 at a time. Should we just have them all angled like this? No. Now, realistically, the bass rigs are going to be always on, as is the compressor, so they can kind of go all together. The DCX is going to be an on-off kind of effect, I think. We would maybe put the tuner here so it's a bit more out the way. I don't love that it's at an angle, but I can get over that. The only problem with this is the chain is going to go tuner, compressor, DCX, then back up. So it's a bit all over the place, but the nice thing about these boards is at the back you can do cable management really nicely. What's really cool is that once we've designed it, we can just order everything, you know, which is amazing. You can get power supplies and things like that, but I haven't seen any information on that. It is worth noting that this would need to be powered separately via its own kettle lead, so my power is going to be coming from here and from here. That's for now. I know that they make a pick tray which kind of clips in, so I'm going to put that one there and the tuner in the middle, right smack bang in the middle. It's kind of preposterous looking, but I love it. I kind of like the idea of not having everything squeezed onto the sides, so that then any cables, because they come out the top, aren't going off the edge. So I like the fact it's a little bit off the top. Now this is the cool thing here. I can set up the whole chain, so it's going to go in through here. Guitar's going to go in there. That's going out to the in of here. Oh, this is so cool. So look, it will recommend to you what cables you need for each. So like to go from here to here, you're probably going to need this distance cable. I absolutely love that feature. That's really cool. And I'm absolutely loving this configurator. There's a couple more bits I want to add on, maybe here or there, order some extra cables and things like that. Let's tell them what we want and let's build this thing.
So now we're here, the board is plugged in, ready to go, and I'm going to be playing my 1997 made in Japan P-Bass straight through. This is what it sounds like, just the straight DI. Sounds great. Let's start off with a Super Vintage. What I really like to do on these is use the blend and the drive. So if we turn the blend all the way up, but have the drive quite far down, we're starting to get that drive coming through. I kind of feel like I want to back off some mids, maybe a little treble. Nice mid-rangey punch, just scoop the mids. This is where I like the bass rig at the minute. Mid scoots a little bit, bass pushed, treble down a bit by having that ultra high and low still on. Driven just a little bit with the blend all the way up. Sounds really good. Let's move over now to the black panel. DI again. So straight off the bat, this one is definitely more DI sounding. It's a bit more subtle. On this one, you have the black panel and then the tweed setting. So let's go over to the tweed. It's a bit much. Sounds really good when you're rolling off the tone. Not necessarily what I'm looking for this, but for a vintage sound, this one is definitely better sounding, I think, for that. It's definitely better for that cleaner sound. I think I discovered one thing, is that I like the sound of the preamp on here, but I don't love the cab sim on it. What's really good about these pedals is that you can have the cab sim on or off when the pedal is not on. So you can have it off like this, or on. That itself is just so nice with the 810. Now, these controls down here come into play because we're essentially using the amp out controls from here and not the DI out. So these will have effect. Let's have a listen. It just sounds so much better going through that 810, I think. I really wish that this one had a different cab sim, or we had the options to change the cab sim in post or something. Oh, here we go. That sounds so good. I'm going to switch things back over for a second so we can remind ourselves. Let's check out the Cali 76. I've already done a review on the Cali 76. I won't dive too much into it. We've got a compression dialed in. Let's get some drive. Pretty cool, bit noisy. Let's bring some of that back down, shall we? really like about the DCX is when you take it off the drive setting and you put it onto the EQ setting, it just adds a really nice saturation and warmth. Okay, let's go back to the SVT now. Now, if you liked the sound of the DI out on the black panel, let's have a listen to that combined with the effects. I'm just not sold on that sound myself. Now, of course, it's a bit much to ask to say, well, I think you should buy both of these to get the cab sim out of one and the preamp out of another. That's a lot of money. So I've got an idea that this board, I'm hoping, will help me facilitate because it's got that cab sim built in. So let's have a listen to what that sounds like now. Okay, we have got the 8x10 cab sim engaged. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like with the bass rig. I don't feel like there's as much high end. We've got the high pass filter all the way up, but there's not as much highs coming through on that cab sim. In a nutshell, that is my current pedalboard setup. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these pedals, so please let me know in the comments section down below. And arguably most importantly, what should I fill this gap with? I'd like to say a massive thank you to Origin Effects, Warwick Rock Boards, and to Ashdown for sending me the majority of this gear on here to check out today. It's been loads of fun. I flippin' love pedalboards. If you like pedalboards as much as me, please go ahead and press the like and subscribe button. It really helps us reach more people and we can get even more companies involved to do bigger things in the future. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time.